It's been a while since we've had a comic book origins video on the channel, but with the debut of Stargirl on DC Universe, we figured now is as good of a time as any. Today's video is going to cover the origins and abilities of Courtney Whitmore, aka Stargirl. Stargirl was created by author Geoff Johns, and her first appearance was in 1999's Stars and Stripe number 0 from July. And I know Stars and Stripe, you're probably thinking, Nick, I think you mean stripes. No, I don't. The comic is called Stars and Stripe, S-T-R-I-P-E, and it's actually an acronym short for Special Tactics Robotic Integrated Power Enhancer, which I will cover in far greater detail when I make my video on Pat Dugan. That should end up being the next video after this, so if you enjoy this one, make sure to subscribe and blah 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 other YouTuber crap. The origins of a lot of the characters that I'm going to discuss today are actually far older than you may realize. The majority of the characters are actually descendants or reimaginings of characters from Star-Spangled comics in the 1940s. Geoff Johns, much like Grant Morrison, loves to take old and outdated characters and reimagine their origins, identities, and other concepts around them and bring them into modern day. Now, normally I don't discuss a lot of the behind the scenes of a character's creation, but in Stargirl's case I did want to mention what inspired the character. And this is purely meant to give context to the character's creation. It's a tribute to a certain person. In 1996, author Geoff Johns' sister Courtney died in the crash of TWA Flight 800. It was a very highly publicized airplane crash, and the character of Courtney Whitmore was created in tribute to her, and her personality is said to mirror Johns' sister in real life. Stargirl made her first appearance on the second page of Stars and Stripe number 0, where she is originally referred to as the Star-Spangled Kid. The mantle of Star-Spangled Kid is the name of multiple DC Comics characters, most notably Sylvester Pemberton, who grows up to eventually drop that mantle and instead go by the name Skyman, but that's kinda not important. You just need to know that he existed and he was a 1940s Golden Age comic book hero. The majority of Stargirl's origin story is actually told through the events of Stars and Stripes number 1, which came out the next month. Courtney Whitmore and her mother moved from Los Angeles to Blue Valley, Nebraska, the home of the original Kid Flash, and quite a big difference from what she was used to. Courtney's mother had been remarried to a man named Pat Dugan, who once upon a time went by the superhero name Stripesy. Pat was originally the chauffeur and sidekick of Sylvester Pemberton, the original Star-Spangled Kid. Pat was also a member of the Seven Soldiers of Victory, but after the team disbanded and following the death of Sylvester, Pat decided to retire. Courtney has difficulty adjusting to her new school, immediately getting into fights and causing trouble. She also had difficulty adjusting to her new stepfather, who, despite being extremely nice to her, Courtney seemed intent on being hostile and confrontational to. During the unpacking process, Courtney stumbles upon Pat's things and learns of his secret identity. Around the same time in the town, strangely, kids start to disappear. Courtney decides to attend a patriotic-themed costume dance at school, with Pat offering to chaperone the dance, which Courtney of course hated, and in an act of defiance, Courtney decides to make a costume for the dance out of the Star-Spangled Kid uniform, including the Star-Spangled Kid's old cosmic converter belt. Courtney and Pat both attend the dance for a short amount of time before it's attacked by minions of the Dragon King, a shadowy villain who had been operating in Blue Valley. The Dragon King has been operating for years in Blue Valley and has been building a massive compound capable of unleashing worldwide mind control. He has been perfecting this tech on the town's teenagers who become his minions. Courtney attempts to fight the minions and learns that while wearing this cosmic converter belt, she has enhanced strength, speed, and agility. However, due to her inexperience, she becomes quickly outmatched and is rescued by her stepfather, now donning a robotic suit of armor, codenamed Stripe. The two easily dispatch the minions and learn these are the same kids that have recently started going missing around the town. Now, of course, Pat dislikes that Courtney is acting as the new Star-Spangled Kid, but Courtney is able to continue acting as a hero. However, acting as the new Star-Spangled Kid, Courtney continues displaying more anti-authoritarian behavior towards her mother, Pat, her school principal, and basically anybody who's an adult. However, being a new superhero in a small town starts to attract attention, and Courtney ends up being attacked at school by a new Blue Valley villain named Paintball, who also happens to be the school's art teacher. Courtney learns that Pat has installed a mechanism within the cosmic converter belt that tells him whenever she is using it. When Paintball attacks, Stripe also rushes to Courtney's aid. Together, the Star-Spangled Kid and Stripe are able to easily defeat Paintball. Around this time, we start to learn that a ton of supporting cast members in Blue Valley are actually working for the Dragon King, including Paintball, the school's principal, a mad scientist, and all of the missing kids from around town. Courtney and Pat begin working on solving the mystery, but have a ton of side adventures. Courtney teams up with Captain Marvel and the Marvel family to take down Solomon Grundy, who, unbeknownst to her at the time, was the person directly responsible for killing the Star-Spangled Kid that came before her, Sylvester Pemberton. This gives Courtney a bit of context surrounding how serious being a superhero is. During the course of these first few battles, Courtney also learns that she has the ability to fire star-shaped bursts of light out of her belt as well. However, she doesn't really have much time to consider it because she's thrust into a team-up with Young Justice to stop an alien invasion in Blue Valley. During this alien invasion, Courtney and Impulse get turned into aliens. They eventually do stop the alien invasion and revert back to their old selves, and Young Justice even offers her a place on the team, but her stepfather Pat declines on her behalf, not fully convinced that she's ready for that type of responsibility yet. Eventually, Stargirl even comes to have her own nemesis in the form of the most popular girl in school, Cindy Berman, who also happens to be the daughter of the Dragon King, and goes by the name Shiv. Shiv is a recurring nemesis for Stargirl, and they have many battles over the next few years, Courtney always getting the better of her. An extremely powerful villain named Nebula Man then self-resurrects and comes to hunt down all of the cosmic artifacts on Earth to grow stronger. Nebula Man was responsible for the original 7 Soldiers of Victory disbanding after one of the members died in battle with him. Pat, fearing that this could be a crisis-level event, signals the entire JSA. However, Courtney manages to stop Nebula Man all by herself, earning her major bonus points and kudos from Superman and the rest of the JSA. Eventually, Pat's biological son from his first marriage comes to visit and learns of his father's heroics and Courtney's new role as the Star-Spangled Kid. In an argument, they accidentally break the cosmic converter belt, rendering Courtney powerless. But Pat reveals that he kept the original cosmic converter belt passed down from Ted Knight to him years ago. He gives it to Courtney over his own son and finally gives her the approval to be the Star-Spangled Kid. The two eventually meet one of the original 7 Soldiers of Victory, Shining Knight, and the 3 team up to take on Shiv and the Dragon King. The climactic final battle sees the Dragon King's hideout explode with him inside, presumably killing him. Courtney and Pat save Blue Valley while Shiv escapes and swears revenge. Eventually, Jack Knight, the new Starman, finds out that he's going to be a father and retires, and when he retires, he passes his legendary weapon, the Cosmic Rod, down to Courtney. Jack had refashioned the Cosmic Rod into a staff, which Courtney then adopts as her own. After receiving the staff, Courtney decides to drop the mantle of the Star-Spangled Kid and instead goes by the name Stargirl, which was actually recommended to her by her friend Mary when she first found the outfit and is a callback to the name Starman. Now let's discuss Stargirl's abilities briefly because she's kind of a powerhouse. Stargirl's power comes from enhancements from the Cosmic Converter Belt. The Converter Belt was technology created by Sylvester Pemberton and converts starlight into cosmic energy. This cosmic energy is used by the wearer to enhance all of the typical superpowers you want in a hero. Courtney has enhanced strength, speed, agility, and reflexes. However, if the belt is damaged or taken off, the effects go away and she reverts back to her normal strength and speed. Additionally, the belt can focus cosmic energy into blasts of star-shaped light. This light is able to disrupt electrical systems as well as has a unique effect on the neurological systems of anybody that it comes in contact with. For example, when Courtney's fighting Shiv, she hits her with a shooting star and Shiv's arms go numb. However, Courtney's biggest weapon is of course the Cosmic Staff. The staff is mentally attuned to the wielder, meaning that the staff takes commands from the hero's conscious thought. And the Cosmic Staff provides a ton of awesome abilities. It allows the wielder to fly through gravity manipulation. The staff can fire blasts of cosmic energy as well as use the same energy to form defensive barriers. It can pull the wielder to and from it for acrobatic or strategic movements. It can absorb cosmic energy and create constructs using it, and it's even been shown to allow dimensional travel. And that kind of wraps up the Cosmic Staff portion. It's incredibly strong, like a Green Lantern or Mjolnir level weapon. And that is really all I wanted to cover for Stargirl's origins and abilities. I hope you learned a lot about the character in this video, and definitely check out Stargirl on DC Universe, I'm really enjoying it. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. This has been Nick from Key Issues, and remember the motto, Stargirl over everything.